Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulullah. Welcome back. And now we are going to be speaking to Hafiz Moosa Sekoati, who is the founder, director, and of the Moosa Islamic Center, which is based in Waterworks Informal Settlement, which is way south in Johannesburg, alhamdulillah. And I've been tracking the progress for this past year and so, and subhanallah, we've seen a lot of progress from that side and more to come. Hafiz Musa, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome to the show.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. جزاك الله so
Jazakallah.
much for hosting us again.
No, barakallah feek. It's always a pleasure to have people who are always busy with the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making it easy for us also to see how Islam is growing in South Africa, mashallah. Now, Hafiz, schools started, and we've seen that a lot of learners out there are always complaining about not having uniform, not having stationery. And I saw you had a project where you were gathering and making sure that these learners would have those particulars, mashallah. Now, if you can just take us through what the readiness to back to school in terms of the steps that you took in making sure that this initiative was met, alhamdulillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, we started with this project during November and December, like 2 months before January.
Hmm.
Alhamdulillah, through IDP, we managed to receive funds for Madrasah Tech, whereby you have to buy a stationery for your madrasa. All the students, they must have full stationery, alhamdulillah, even in terms of uniform. Because I remember that a student that doesn't have a proper exercise book or a proper material for learning, for him or for her, she feels weak, and she doesn't have that strength because the material is not there. But alhamdulillah, if they see that the uniform is alhamdulillah is there, the books, everything, they see that alhamdulillah our sheikh is doing his best. So all they have to do is just go learn and keep on learning.
Mm.
And
No,
alhamdulillah, I also spoke to Ashraf al 8. Very soon, inshallah, they want to give us school bags. So we want to give them school bags. Each student will have a school bag, at least when they're going to school, because they go to school before they come to madrasa.
Yeah, I think you raise a very interesting point that the learner that doesn't really have the stationery, they don't really have the confidence in doing good because they feel like they already failed because they don't have the necessary stuff that's needed for them to learn. And we see this always happening in the informal settlements, and also now we see that Waterworks also is the same situation. A lot of learners, unfortunately, coming to January, they don't have stationery, they don't have school uniforms or even a school bag, subhanallah. And this mentally, it defeats a learner before they even start school. And unfortunately, we see that the grades also suffer during the year when there's no confidence, there's low self esteem, and also looking at the situation, and most of them are from poor homes, backgrounds. It becomes more frustrating, and unfortunately, then the education, some alhamdulillah they make it, and some they give up halfway or even not even far, and then we sit with the problem of unemployment. So Hafiz Musa, it's always interesting when I look at all the work that yourself, you mentioned the IDP, the Imam Development Program run by Sheikh Bilal Ismail, and the likes, which makes it very interesting that they also came through and supporting such a beautiful initiative. So, in terms of the other things that you could also add, in terms of what other things that learners need, for example, you spoke about the school bags and uniform. So, what else can we also try to look at? Because I know there's people out there who want to help and who want to fund such initiatives. But what other things can we also look at when schools are starting to try and help the students to be ready for school, inshallah?
Oh, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. At some point, you find that some students don't even have shoes. You look at him or you look at the shoes that he's using is like We've been using it for the past 3 years
Mm.
and it's been working so far. Yes, I've been trying to like Apa Aisha from LMA whenever she has second-hand shoes, she does call me and collect and give it to the student that we see that she deserves the most. So we would like to tell people out there that please you can assist us in giving a proper uniform for these kids. Uh, Things like shoes, jersey, especially when it's winter. You find that it's winter. They don't have jersey. They don't have even a hat. They don't have gloves. So things like that, we need to have for them, inshallah.
No, inshallah. And as speaking about shoes, there is another project I saw also from Guatemala side. This is pushed by Moulana Abdullah, Dlamini, and them. They were doing this school shoes donation program, and subhanallah, it's a very good initiative. I know also in the old school where I used to teach Apex, at the end of the year with the matrics, would advise them to donate their shoes instead of throwing them away because they won't need them
Mm,
after finishing matric. So I think, inshallah,
okay.
we need to start pushing these type of things or initiatives more at the end of the year, so that, inshallah, those who are still in school and the younger ones also who are starting school, maybe grade one, etc., we can do something. And I know there's many places where you can get them cheaper in wholesale. So if some people would say, "Hey, look, man, I don't have shoes, but I have some money to donate," so Bismillah, I think that can also work, inshallah. So Hafiz,
Inshallah.
let's take a quick break, inshallah. And when we return, I want us to discuss more about the other projects that were happening, like the revert program that you guys were having recently with the feeding scheme. Also, we'll go deeper into those discussions. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be back, inshallah.
Uh,
Financial advisory. Are your financial goals feeling out of reach? Yasin Badat Financial Advisory is here to turn your aspirations into achievements. Our dedicated team, armed with a history of success, is ready to guide you through the complex nature of financial and investment planning. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, our personalized solutions cater to your unique goals and risk appetite. Trust in our commitment to transparency, integrity, and excellence. Ready to unlock a world of financial freedom? Partner with us today. Call Yasin Badat Financial Advisory at +27333462071 or visit www.yasinbadat.com. Yasin Badat Financial Advisory, guiding you to financial success.
The kitchen, the heart of the home, where memories are made and celebrated. Our go-to place for those freshly stacked pancakes early in the morning or for that late-night snack munchies. We are in there together, cooking, eating, and celebrating life together. Let's keep the kitchen a place that is shared by everyone, where we build stronger bonds and grow together. Sunfoil, now we cooking. Visit nowwecooking.co.za for recipes that everyone can help make.
Africa Muslims Agency has been providing critical aid in Gaza and Lebanon with your support. The humanitarian situation is more dire than ever before, with thousands displaced and in need of basic supplies to survive. Donate any amount to bring food, water, medical assistance, and essentials to the people of Gaza and Lebanon. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, reservations. Call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Conveniently located along the banks of the Crocodile River bordering the Kruger National Park, as a guest at Buckler's Africa Lodge, one can enjoy an amazing sunrise or sunset on our spacious deck area while you catch a glimpse of some wildlife sightings along the Crocodile River. The sounds of the African savannah will greet you whilst you enjoy your morning coffee. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Buckler's Africa Lodge is ideally situated only 6 kilometers from the Crocodile Bridge Gate in the Kruger National Park. Catering for all travelers with variety, we have 4 types of the finest rooms: superior rooms, deluxe suites, and 2-bedroomed family units. Each room is equipped with the finest amenities to make your stay unforgettable. Guests can choose between the self-catering option or book their accommodation with breakfast and dinner included. Buckler's Africa Lodge is your ideal location for the ultimate Kruger getaway experience. We specialize in exhilarating and educational game drives in Kruger, tailor-made to suit your family. Inquire about our various accommodation offerings and other activities. Visit www.tingana.co.za for more information. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Experience the pulse of Africa with us.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media, your humanitarian broadcaster.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Welcome back. And we are still in discussion with Hafiz Moosa Sekoati regarding the Moosa Islamic Center programs, especially the ones that they had for the school and madrasa readiness. They managed to gather stationaries, some uniforms. Still outstanding, they need shoes and some school bags for the learners. Alhamdulillah, school bags, inshallah. Ashraful Aid will be taking care of that. And as we see on the picture, Hafiz Moosa also managed to organize some first aid kit, which is important. We just also discussed a few days ago with him that with the first aid kit, I think it will be very important for the learners also to do some first aid classes, inshallah. So we still have to plan that out, inshallah. Hafiz, another program, a very interesting one that you had today was the feeding for the revert class. Can you take us through, first of all, in terms of the revert class, what's the setup? How many people do you have, especially in terms of, is it the ladies only or the men or the kids? And how's that going so far, inshallah?
Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In terms of revert, Alhamdulillah, so we have something that we call it home tower visit and street tower visit that me and my wife we do. So basically we have a pamphlet on different languages like what is Islam, and we issue to them and then we explain to them what is Islam. So Alhamdulillah, when they're interested, they come and take Shahada. When they done taking the Shahada, now we introduce them to our reverse classes, which are taking place on Wednesday and Fridays. And we make sure that each and every new Muslim, they go under 33 lessons for a new Muslim. And after they write a test online, and they get a certificate, alhamdulillah. So in terms of that, we are doing well, alhamdulillah. Today, Al-Imdad came and gave them a lunch. Alhamdulillah, gave them a lunch. They had a nice biryani after we had our class. So it's one of our 2025 goals that you must bring more people to Islam, not only bringing them, but teaching them a proper way of Islam, following up with them, making sure that they implement, as we're also preparing for the month of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah. And I think, Hafiz, also coming back to that point of checking up on them, I think that's always been one of our weakness in Dawah, that we don't do checkups, we don't do follow-ups on the brothers and sisters who embrace Deen. And it's like you leave them to fend for themselves. And unfortunately, we see some who don't have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't willed for them to stick long in Deen, leave Islam, and they become disgruntled, and it's like they feel like, I was Muslim, but I didn't have a family, I didn't have any support. So how do you advise
So
us now? Like you just mentioned that yourself and Appa, you go around doing that home visits. How do you advise us now who are working in the dawah field on taking these steps and approaching the reverted brothers and sisters and building that relationship with them, inshallah?
okay, it depends in the area where you are, but alhamdulillah now we have smartphones whereby you can have a WhatsApp group. So whenever you are giving a person a dawah after he or she taken a shahada, you explain to her that, you see, I need to do a follow up on you. Now you are my responsibility. I have to make sure that you know how to make salah, you know how to clean yourself, you know everything. Then after you've got a strong foundation, then I can leave you on your own now. You can be able to do all the salahs and everything. So you talk to the person, make sure that she or he understands that you're going to follow up. You are not just adding numbers that have given 100 people shahada. No, it's not about numbers. It's about following up, making sure that the person becomes a proper Muslim.
Hmm.
So we
Subhanallah.
just have to give ourselves that a little bit time and
Hmm.
explaining. I think it makes more easier. Alhamdulillah, in our area, because myself and Appa, we speak different languages.
Hmm.
So it's much easier, and they understand very well. When we're speaking to them, they see, okay, this is our Kasi boy coming to us. We know him, we've seen him, so whatever he says, then it's easy for them to believe, and we make sure then that they practice. Say, look, we've got a center here.
Hmm.
You've got some, you find that they've got the kids already there. So they say, we see our kids are behaving well. They say, yes, this is what we teaching.
Hmm.
You see. So it becomes easy because yesterday one of them took Shahada, and
Hmm.
immediately after we have done, she just said Jazakallah.
Hmm.
Then I asked her, Auntie, where did you learn that? And she said, no, I've got a grandchild who's attending here by you. She has been teaching me. That's why today I came voluntarily say I want to become a Muslim, because she explained to me that she's going to fast in the Ramadan and she wants me to fast with her, but I have to accept Islam and start attending the lesson.
Mm, Subhanallah. Imagine such beautiful things that are happening out there where small children are bringing their grandparents, their own parents into Islam just by showing them that Islam is a lifestyle that changes us from what we were into a better and more positive person. Subhanallah. Hafiz, I really give a big applause to yourself and Appa for holding up this fort and seeing this beautiful center growing like this. It really brings smiles and joy into our hearts because we see amazing things that you can do with whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with. And also seeing how other organizations are coming through, and having to be ready to assist only because yourself you put the foundation down, and this is what's happening. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may He keep you well, and may He keep you from strength to strength so that we can benefit more from you. Now, lastly, Hafizab, we always have the last section for encouragement, empowerment for other people. We have seen a lot of organizations, or rather small centers in the locations, trying to grow, but because of funds, etc., they haven't been doing well. And I myself am busy with one project in Tembisa. We're trying to put up a musalla and a dawah center. Alhamdulillah, it's working out slowly. There are just a few things that we needed to get through. And how do you now give us that encouragement to keep on and to carry on doing this work, even days where we see that there's no funds, there's nothing else we can do? But inshallah, how do we keep ourselves connected to the work without falling away and without losing interest and love for it?
Okay, in terms of that, Alhamdulillah, like ourselves, Musa Islamic Center, we are 5 years without a sponsor. We are still searching for a sponsor. But Alhamdulillah, we are still doing this amazing work of Allah. So, firstly, we have a love. We have a love of our team, and then we love what we're doing. So, even if there is money or there is no support, for the fact that we love it 100%. So we are always out there. Sometimes we even forget that we don't have sponsors, just because of we feel okay when we are around in the community. We feel okay. We are more happy when we see people coming to Islam, even practicing it, like coming to classes Wednesday and Fridays. So we are more happy that Alhamdulillah we are pleasing Allah. One day Allah will open the doors. When we don't know, we just have to carry on doing without complaining, without comparing ourselves with other organizations. Don't compare yourself with other organizations because you are not the same. What Allah has written for you might be different in times and everything. So just keep your head down and say, Allah, Bismillah, we are doing this together and be pleased with us. That's all. Like for example now, let me just quickly run this one. We've got a project where we're doing women empowering. We're empowering women. So like I take women from our community, I enroll them to Ashraf for 8. They've got the Siafunda classes, computer, cooking, sewing, and baking. Alhamdulillah, so far we've got 10 graduates there. If I may tell you, I went to PEP. One of them, she's working there. I went to check out here in Indonesia. She was like, Sheikh, Appa, see now I'm working because of y'all. So Alhamdulillah, we are doing so much. We are doing so much that I always tell Allah, say, I want to see myself when we have sponsor and supporting everything, how much can we do? Because with nothing, we are able to transform our community. Alhamdulillah, they are working. ShopRite, Boxer, the Acacias, they're doing well. And some, they've started their business of sewing.
Subhanallah, subhanallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all for this beautiful work, and it's really inspiring. And we hope that more people, inshallah, are going to come through to assist where they can. And if they have any more information that we can use to uplift ourselves, inshallah, more than happy to have that, inshallah. Hafiz, Jazakumullah khairah. Once again, you always come through. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you in this world and the next, and give you abundant blessings for all your heart's joy, inshallah. Ameen.
Ameen.
All right, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
Right, alhamdulillah. Now that brings us to the end of the show. I can say, unfortunately, because time did go past very fast tonight, alhamdulillah. But for both the segments that we had, it was beneficial points that we had to learn regarding the importance of masajid and masjid, specifically focusing on Masjidul Muslimin, which has been opened in Benoni, Alhamdulillah, Mackenzie Park. With that, we were speaking to Moulana Ishaq, and with Hafiz Moosa Sekoati regarding the Moosa Islamic Center, which is growing, and Alhamdulillah, they're doing amazing work, having classes, sewing classes, baking, and all the other developmental projects they have for the ladies. And alhamdulillah, those are really showing with the people getting to stand up and inshallah being independent. We always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take beneficial work from us, and we can be of benefit to others, inshallah ta'ala. And it is a Thursday evening again. It's a reminder that let's make a lot of durood upon the greatest of mankind, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Read the Surah Al-Kahf. Remember our brothers and sisters in your du'as all over the world, even though we saw the ceasefire which had kicked in. But may we make dua that this actually is the end of the tragedy and the beginning of victory, inshallah. Until we meet again next week, Thursday, from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. This is Yunus Kawanga coming to you live from the Islam Media Studios. Call to guidance with my main man Sadiq in the studio as a studio operator. We say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.